Hi, I'm Lori. Welcome to my website. My focus is helping busy women have balanced, joy-filled lives. It's that simple and that complicated because how you go about that can change, right? And it's changed for me over the years. I started out trying to be really productive and I found that wasn't the answer. So then I kept searching. So I have a lot of different ways that I like to use to help busy women like yourself. And as you get to know me and as you read my articles and get on my list and get emails from me and get to know me better, you will learn those. I will share a lot of information for you free, and I'll also, have some products that you can use if you want to help get those balanced, joy-filled lives. Why do I care about that? And what does that really mean? Let's start with what it really means. Because to me, I guess I keep it a little vague because I think it means something different to all of us. If we have balance, to me, that means we have time for the different areas and the interests in our lives. So for me, balance means, I work a full-time job. I build my online business, my website as well. I spend time with my husband and my family, my kids. They're older now, so they don't need as much of my time. And my friends, I have regular dates with my friends. I spend a lot of time on my own. I am an introvert, definitely like some of that downtime. I read a lot, I take baths, finding time for the things that I like to do, which could be playing video games sometimes too. I want to have balance. And when there is a lot pushing and pulling at your time, I am very cognizant that I don't want to give all my time to just my job, right? Or just my online business. That it's important that it's like, no, that has a portion of my life. I'm going to spend some of my time there. But you know what? I really value these other things too. Having date nights with my husband, right? Having time with my kids. So, and why I really got into this, I think it really comes down to, well, I'm a person who likes balance and has a lot of varied interests anyway. And I'm a bit of a researcher at heart, a learner. I always like learning new things. My mom died when I was 25. And a few years after that, I had some health issues. And I didn't know what they were, what the problem was. But I was having all these symptoms that were really wreaking havoc with my life, to the point where I was having a hard time making decisions, to the point where I was worried to get behind the wheel of a car because I would get confused. My memory wasn't very good. There were times I couldn't come up with my husband's name. So I had all these weird things going on and I didn't know what was going on. This lasted for like a year and a half when I'm searching, I'm trying lots of different things, and I finally found a solution, what the issue was really, and then you start working on the solution. But I think in those periods of extreme stress and extreme challenges that we go through, and I include my mom's passing because that was an extreme challenge for me, and both those periods of my life were significant, very significant. And I think for me that put a little more value in this balance, and especially really in the last few years I've realized it's beyond balance, because I've always called it balance, but beyond balance, it's creating joy, and it's having joy in your life. And and it's kind of funny because I think sometimes we don't even really allow or even consider having joy. We're so busy with everything else, right? And so we think, and as I thought for a long time, balance was my focus. But I got balance, and that wasn't ultimately it, because there was still something else going on. And that's why now it's balance and joy. Because you can have balance and you might not be joyful. And it's really great to be joyful. So it's an ongoing journey for me. It's not something you figure out once and you're done with. And neither are the processes, the techniques, the tools, and the tips that I have for you, right? Just as life is an ongoing journey, that balance and joy is an ongoing journey for us as well. So that's a little bit about me. Oh, I'll give you a little bit more information. I've been married I was married in 2009. So at this point, I've been married 7 years, almost 8, to my husband. We've been together for almost 10 years now. My 2 boys are my stepsons. They are now 18 and 19. Crazy! The youngest is just about to graduate high school this year. And yeah. And I told you about some of the things I like and whatever. I read a lot. You can follow me on Goodreads. I read, last 3 years, I've read over 200 books a year. One of those years, almost 300 books. I read a lot. I really like reading a lot. I read mostly for pleasure, because it's kind of my escape, and I like happy things. I stopped watching the news a long time ago. If I want to get some news, I'll usually, read some online, go to trusted sources, talk to people who I trust, kind of thing. But it's a downer for me. I don't want that in my life. Generally, but that doesn't mean I keep myself ignorant, but it also means I've chosen I don't need to follow every little thing. But I am learning constantly. I read, I take courses, I listen to podcasts, work with coaches, lots of stuff. So I'm a learner. I like to keep learning and growing myself, and my husband actually is a high school history teacher, and he's quite a learner himself. And we're really on this path growing together, which is just fabulous. I live in Denver, Colorado, which I love. We hope to someday move to the mountains though. I do a lot of videos here in my car like this because the lighting is great and it's easy. And you know what? It's easy for me. It's easier for you. If you want to do videos, you're on the go. You don't have to make it difficult. Is it the most beautiful location ever and professional? No. Do I care? No. It's good enough, right? And the lighting is great. You watch some other videos, you'll see it's way better than some of the ones I've done in my house where the lighting's not as good. Anyway, you probably have a sense of who I am now. I would love to learn more about you. So shoot me an email at Lori@LoriThayer.com. Introduce yourself. Tell me why you are interested in creating a life of balance and joy and what your challenges have been. My challenges have been definitely, a lot of times it's that hamster wheel going on in my mind, going, oh, you should be doing this, you should do that, or there's all these other things you need to do. So I've really quieted the hamster wheel, but it pops up a little bit once in a while, and my mind does tend to also go to, oh, well, all these things you have to do. I tend to be a big picture person. I see a big picture of all I need to do and all the things. Here's a good example. I am actually just kind of waiting a little bit to go get my husband when he is done with school. We're going up to the mountains this weekend. It's going to be great. Getting ready for a trip for me used to be pretty stressful. I'd make these lists and I'd have to plan several days ahead of time, and I'm not saying planning or preparing is bad, no, but what was happening in my mind was bad because I was stressed out about it. And I would sometimes try to leave some things for my husband to do, right? So I don't have to do everything, right? Getting out of that story. But then I'd get stressed because he would leave it to the last minute and I couldn't handle it. And I'd get spun up about this, right? And your mind spends all this focus on it and gets you all stressed. And why? Really? What's the point? How does it help you, right? There's a difference between being prepared and being stressed out. So for this trip, I had some ideas and was thinking about a little bit about things we need, but I didn't even make any kind of list until last night, and that was just kind of a food list of things to put together after I left work. I didn't, make a list for my clothing and all that. I kind of stopped to think a few times as I was leaving the house. What do I need? You know what? Could be I've forgotten something. Haven't thought of anything yet. It could happen though. It happens. But to me, I am so grateful. This is a big shift that I have seen, and I'm not getting stressed out about it anymore. I'm not. It's okay. I don't have to start preparing weeks ahead in advance for a trip. I have a flight coming up in 2 weeks. I don't need to worry about that yet. I've got time. So that's a change I have had applying these tools and techniques that I can help you with too. Is I can get ready for these trips now and not be stressed out about it, and it's not a problem. You know what? I've gone on a couple trips and once in a while I forget something, but that happened before anyway. right? It was never perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. And it was all good. And I am so much happier. I can enjoy the trip so much more if I don't get all stressed out. Do you hear me? Okay. Anyway, I could go on and on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to introduce you to me a little bit. You probably have a sense of who I am right now. As I said, I'd like to learn more about who you are. So you can email me at lori@lorithayer.com. And if you haven't yet, please sign up for my quick overwhelm relief so I can start helping you with this great technique that I've used to really quiet that hamster wheel and change things for me. It's really amazing. I really love it, and it's so easy to use. I want you to learn it as well. So I will see you later. Bye.